All right, Cody. The other game is the AFC Championship game. It's on CBS. That game is going to be at 3:40 p.m. First AFC Championship appearance since '93 for the Buffalo Bills. So this is going to be a really cool game. We don't know the stature on Patrick Mahomes other than basically everyone feeling like he's going to play. We don't know if he's going to be 100%, but I'm pretty sure he is going to play. So, Cody, who do you think is going to be winning and why?
So last week I predicted the Browns, and actually my prediction almost came true, except the Browns just weren't able to contain Chad Henne. Never thought I'd say that. But it is the Browns, so I guess I'm not really that surprised too. But for the most part, in this matchup, I really like the Bills. I love Josh Allen. I love Stephon Diggs. I really, really love this offensive team. My concern is this defense. They were able to keep the Ravens in check for the most part, but Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, especially Patrick Mahomes, is even healthier, even on the field, I'll say, because he doesn't really beat you with his feet. He beats you with his arm. Yeah. I think that the Bills have a really tough matchup, and, I don't know how I can bet against Patrick Mahomes a second time. I mean, the Browns were the closest thing I can think of because they had the run game and, they could get hot. Their defense is decent. The Bills, I don't think their defense is better. I don't think it's worse. But I think, AFC Championship game at home in Kansas City. I mean, I got Patrick Mahomes on this one, but I do think it's going to be a pretty close game. I don't think the Chiefs defense is going to, hold Josh Allen to some pedestrian number. I think he'll still do what he does. I still think that Stephon Diggs will, get a bunch of catches and yards. I just think that Patrick Mahomes and that offense, they're going to put the pressure on them early, and it's going to cause Josh Allen and the Bills to throw the ball a lot to where they've abandoned the run game. They're not balanced. And I think here the Chiefs are going to get out to a big lead, and they're going to start getting creative with the runs and the passes. And I think this is going to be basically an Andy Reid type game where he's going to get the team back to the Super Bowl for a potential repeat. So that's what I'm thinking in this game.
Yeah, you brought up a good point. The Bills win against the Ravens, pretty much shutting down the Ravens offense. But the thing is the Ravens are pretty one-dimensional. They're mainly a run offense, and their passing offense isn't that great. And you're probably, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you're probably going to be going for a wide receiver in the draft. I mean, you're probably going to get a playmaker because they thought that was going to be Hollywood Brown. Obviously, that didn't work out for them. So now the Bills are going to the complete opposite offenses that they got to face. So the Bills win against a offense that pretty much only runs. Or you really only have to really worry about the run. Mm-hmm. And then now they're going against a team where they really have to worry about the pass, and their run game can really get going once that pass game is really working as well. So it's a different dynamic. The Chiefs have like 3 running backs they can throw out there. They have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They have Le'Veon Bell, who you and I said, Bell needs to be out there a little bit more. I know Darrell Williams was having a good game. But, I think Le'Veon Bell is so talented. Like, it to me is bizarre that he's not out there. Like, it's not like he was having bad years with the Jets. I mean, he wasn't having the years he was having in Pittsburgh, but that's to be, understandable. And with the Chiefs, we felt like this was a way better team for him. So, mm-hmm. I'm very surprised that Bell is not more implemented in the offense. But having said all that, even with maybe not 100% Patrick Mahomes, last year I had him in fantasy, so I actually watched a lot of Chiefs games. That was when I had Sunday NFL ticket as well. Which I missed so bad. Anyway, watching Patrick Mahomes, he came off his knee injury, came back his first game back, and he didn't look great, but he still was really making those throws, and it was quite incredible. And that's when I was like, man, this guy's different. Like, he may not win MVP this year because at that time Lamar Jackson was going off, mm-hmm. But Patrick Mahomes the guy is special. I mean, even as a Raider fan, I don't feel weird saying that. That guy is so good. And even though he's broken down, I still think that the Chiefs are going to win this game. I really like the Bills. I'm going to be rooting for the Bills wholeheartedly. I love Josh Allen. I actually said on the podcast here that maybe the Raiders should go after him, have him back up Derek Carr,
Mm-hmm.
and we went after, I believe that was the Cleveland Farrell pick that we got.
Right.
So, I mean, I was right, but anyway, I mean, in all seriousness, though, I've always liked Josh Allen. I was so bummed that he didn't go to Fresno State. He ended up going to Wyoming, and that wasn't on him. That was on Fresno State. But I'm a huge fan of his. You know, I want him to succeed, and so far he is. But man, you can tell the difference with that Stephon Diggs. I mean, from last year to this year, that Stephon Diggs accusation, uh, acquisition. There you go. That's the word. He's not being accused of anything. You know, was huge for them. But the only thing that really worries me about that Bills is the Bills defense isn't as good as it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't have a great pass rusher. They have some good guys who can put some pressure on the quarterbacks here and there. They have a really good secondary. I like their secondary, but do I trust them against a Chiefs offense? I don't. I think they're still going to be able to get carved up. And also they have no run game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Moss and Singletary. I don't know what happened to Devin Singletary. He last year was really good. This year he started off pretty good, and then they just started throwing in that Moss guy. And I don't know if it was because they pulled him. I don't know what happened, but Singletary is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Moss doesn't really get going either. There's no run. I mean, the run game is Josh Allen, and I think if you're the Chiefs, you're gonna live and die by letting Josh Allen throw the ball. I think that's what you're gonna have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And keep him contained in the pocket. Make sure he cannot run. I mean, don't make him comfortable back there, but have these pass rushers, do that contain, and have the DTs, stay in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
keep that line, and make sure that Allen has really nowhere to run. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, the Chiefs defense, I felt like got exposed late in the game, against the Browns, because Mayfield was getting, Landry. It seemed like Landry was catching a ball every other pass. Njoku got involved. Hooper had some big catches. I know this might be, honestly, it might be a hot take. I think we saw that the Browns missed Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham would have been such a different dynamic in that game, late in the game, would have helped him a little bit more. I know that he hasn't had a great repertoire with Mayfield, but I think in that game specifically, you kind of saw it there. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a close game, but like you said, it's hard to bet against the Chiefs, and I'm going to pick the Chiefs in this game.